So Massimo, let me take you back to before the season and Ben Spies signing the signature. You knew then this was a special year coming.
Yeah, that was in end of September, and we really knew about that at the beginning of October when Ben jumped on Noriyuki's bike, and in the end of the first day it was quicker than Noriyuki. So over there we really understood that it was we were going in a special season.
You must have been a little bit apprehensive because the bike had not got a lot of testing and there was a new way of dealing with that, having lost both riders. So this was a development situation. Two young riders, you were going into the unknown, but immediately in Australia you were on the pace.
This is due to the Yamaha. Yeah, the base of the bike was really good. Already the first test when we made the first comparison with the previous bike, and the 09 bike was just at the beginning of the development. Ben was able in doing the same lap time, and after that we made just a little improvement, but the results were great, and this thanks to the Yamaha.
It's been a tough season because there's been a lot of emotion. There's been some fantastic highs, but there are times when the team, I think of Wanza, I suppose let Ben down, but there are other times when he, Assen, maybe Valencia has also had problems, so there's a bit of both.
As you said, we had a lot of up and down, but this makes this championship very interesting, especially now that Ben took more than 100 points to Nori. When we were in South Africa, the difference was 88 points, and I was trying to give to Ben some optimistic things, telling him that Bailey's, Colin Heather won versus Bailey's in the end of during the last race he catch a lot of points, but I was just telling him this, but in my mind I was not thinking that it was possible, and now he catch him, and we are very, very close, and I think the championship is still possible.
Tom Sykes obviously has been overshadowed by Ben's results, but your feelings on Tom, because again, new bike, new rider.
I always had a good feeling about him. He showed us that he had speed. Unfortunately, to live next to Ben it was, I think, tough for him. And when we were in Donington, I was sure that he was getting the podium. Unfortunately, he failed. But after that, I was expecting Tom start to coming better with the results, and I think that probably he was missing, or he missed some confidence on the bike, and I'm really sorry for this, because when I talked to him last year in Donington, I got a really good feeling about him, and still I believe that he has speed.
Back to Ben, and obviously as a former rider yourself, riding for Yamaha, you kind of know what it takes to be right at the top of your game. You're there at the time we don't see, which is we see on the track. You're there behind the scenes talking about how to plan the strategy, knowing Hager as you do, you can help Ben. But what is it that's special about this rider compared perhaps to the other riders?
Maybe if you will make me the opposite question, it will be easier to give you an answer, because it's very difficult for me to find something that are not so good about him. He's really determined, dedicated, focused. I never work with a rider like him, and also as a person, I really like, and I spent 8 months with him, and for sure I will never forget.
It's going to be interesting watching him go on to MotoGP, and I'm sure you'll be watching a watchful eye with your old friend David Brivio as well. who obviously looks after Valentino. It's going to be interesting times for both, for MotoGP and all of motorsport watching this.
As you know, it's difficult to judge because Ben is doing very well here, and we have to wait and see what he can do there. But I am sure that he can get a good result also over there. And Ben will do a wild card in Valencia, so I will be there, and I think that already that is the start point for a great season, a great future in MotoGP for him.
And finally, do you think perhaps, knowing that you know Haga as well as you do, and it's going to be so tight, there's nothing, it's going to be one mistake, it's going to be one decision that's going to win this title. Is there anything that you can push to Ben in terms of advice, of your knowledge, that will help, or is he on his own in terms of it's up to him now on the track?
No, he knows very well his job, much more than me. I know also Noriyuki that is very strong in some situation. I think we will see 4 races, four tough races.
You have to have enjoyed 2009. It's been a great year. Win or lose, it doesn't matter. It's going to be close. It's been a great experience.
The experience is great, I can tell you. And let's cross my keep my finger crossed, because we would like to achieve.
Bocca al lupo.
Thank you.
Cool. Lovely. Grazie. Perfetto.